In terms of different types of foundations, I mean, you have seen a lot of different kinds of cracks in foundations. I mean, can you share what kind of cracks have you seen in certain foundations?
Sure. There's multiple kinds of foundations themselves. One is stone foundations, two is block, and three is the poured foundations. With stone foundations, they're very common throughout New England. They've been standing underneath houses for 200, 300, 400 years, and they continue to stand. The way that they were usually constructed is that they have if you think of a triangle and you throw rocks in a triangle, in the tall leg of the triangle is what you're looking at when you're standing in the basement. So oftentimes the stones are in the foundations and mortar is between the stones. And over time, the mortar breaks down and turns to dust. If you go into a house and you see dust where the floor and the wall meet towards the bottom, it's caused from the mortar breaking down. And I equate the mortar breaking down to the gums in your mouth. If they decay, your teeth get loose. Same thing, the stones get loose if the mortar breaks down, and then you're apt to you could have some structural problems. So a solution to that is to repack or repoint in between the stones so that that doesn't happen. With a stone foundation, I don't recommend digging on the outside because of the way it's constructed. You could run into problems structurally disturbing these stones that have been there for hundreds of years. But you do get water penetration sometimes through stone foundations, and a method to repair those, if you can isolate where it comes in, is to clean out the mortar that's decayed in between the stones, soak a oakum, which is like rope, in a closed cell polymer resin material, that's a liquid, work it in between the stones, and then put a specialty mortar over that. And that's what we do to stop water from coming in. Oftentimes we see water coming in with stone foundations in corners because there's been a downspout there that is no longer there. Then you get into block foundations. Block foundations are a common foundation in this area, and we see what's called step cracks. It's called step cracks because it looks like a step going down, over, down, over. And we can repair those also. And then you get into concrete foundations. Concrete foundations are the most common in the area. And I say there's three things in life you're sure on. Death, taxes, and if you have concrete, it's going to crack. And poured foundations do crack, and they can be repaired also by a number of methods. Epoxy injection, weave carbon fiber processes, and closed cell polymer resin injections with electric pumps. So you need to look at the crack, match up what repair is the correct way to go. So if you are looking at a house that does have a crack in a foundation, there's a pool of people that will just walk away from the house that they're looking at because there's a crack. Most cracks are non-structural cracks. I can determine that, or a structural engineer can determine that. And in most cases, there's no need to walk away. A repair on a crack is well under $700, and hiring a company that is involved in the business will often give you a warranty that does transfer if you do sell the house. So it's actually a nice thing to look for
Right.
because some people will walk away because they see it.